This island is so dangerous that even governments stay away. Deep within the azure expanse of the Bay of Bengal, cradled by the Andaman Sea, lies a place that time has seemingly forgotten. It is a small emerald jewel named North Sentinel Island. From the sky, it appears serene, a dense canopy of ancient forest, fringed by pristine white sands and encircled by treacherous coral reefs. But this tranquil beauty masks a profound and uncompromising truth. This is not a place for us. This is a place where outsiders are not welcome, and that message has been delivered with deadly clarity for generations. It is a world unto itself, fiercely guarded by its inhabitants. The island is a sovereign territory of India, yet it exists beyond the reach of modern governance. There are no outposts, no communication lines, and no official presence. The only law that truly matters here is the will of the people who call it home, the Sentinelese. They are one of the last uncontacted peoples on Earth, a living link to a past so distant it defies our imagination. They have chosen, through their actions, to remain isolated from the sprawling, interconnected world. Their choice is not a request, it is a demand, backed by a resolve that has never wavered. To understand why North Sentinel Island is off-limits, we must first understand the island itself and the people who have made it their home for millennia. The island is roughly the size of Manhattan, a compact world of about 60 square kilometers. Its interior is a thick, nearly impenetrable mangrove forest, a rich ecosystem that has provided everything its inhabitants need to survive. The coastline is a mix of narrow beaches and sharp coral reefs that make approaching by sea perilous. This natural fortress has been the first line of defense for the Sentinelese. The Sentinelese people are a mystery. We believe they have lived on this island for as long as 60,000 years, descendants of the first human migrations out of Africa. Their language is unknown, unrelated to any other in the Andaman Islands, suggesting a very long isolation. They are hunter-gatherers, living a life remarkably unchanged. They fashion simple canoes, too narrow for the open ocean, perfect for fishing and gathering crabs in calm lagoons. They hunt wild boar with bows and arrows, and they gather fruits, tubers, and honey. Their lives are dictated by the rhythm of tides and seasons. Their technology appears simple, yet it is perfectly adapted, even cold forging metal washed ashore into arrowheads and tools. They live in communal lean-to huts with no signs of agriculture. Their population may be a few dozen to a few hundred, a fragile flame. They have no immunity to common diseases like the flu or measles. Everything we know comes from fleeting, long-distance observations. Watching, always watching. Their readiness is constant, their defense fierce, not mindless aggression, but protection of world, culture, and existence. The Indian government's position on North Sentinel Island is clear, consistent, and unequivocal. Leave them alone. This is not a suggestion. It is the law. In 1956, India passed the Andaman and Nicobar Islands Protection of Aboriginal Tribes Act. North Sentinel and its waters were declared a tribal reserve. An exclusion zone was created, first 3 nautical miles, later extended to 5 after the 2018 death of an American missionary. The Indian Coast Guard patrols the zone. Any vessel that strays is intercepted and turned away. Yacht, fishing trawler, research boat. This is non-interference, a rare choice to step back and let a people live by ancient customs. Hard lessons taught this approach. Attempts since the 19th century, some peaceful, many disastrous. Gifts were sometimes accepted, but guards never lowered. By the late 1990s, even gift missions stopped. 2 realities drive protection: enormous biological risk and respect for their expressed wishes. Every breach attempt meets a clear response. Arrows as instruments of defense, a language that says no, each message identical, go away. In 1880, a British expedition seized an elderly couple and children. Illness and death followed, trauma echoing through generations. In 1974, a National Geographic crew was driven off by arrows. A director was hit in the thigh. Left gifts were buried or rejected. The message was unmistakable. 1981. MV Primrose ran aground. Islanders prepared weapons. Crew evacuated by helicopter. 2006. Two fishermen drifted ashore and were killed. Recovery attempts were abandoned amid hostility. The Sentinelese watched, arrows poised, resisting to survive. Here, curiosity meets a hard boundary. On December 26, 2004, a massive earthquake off Sumatra triggered a devastating tsunami. Immense waves obliterated coastal communities across a dozen countries. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands were in the path. Islands were submerged, villages washed away, thousands lost. India launched relief and surveys. The fate of the Sentinelese was a top concern. A helicopter circled the beaches and forest, expecting devastation. The shoreline had changed. Coral was damaged. Then a figure emerged, a Sentinelese man. He drew his bow and fired at the helicopter. It was not malice. It was a declaration. We are here. We have survived. Leave us alone. Their survival testified to resilience, strength, and ancestral wisdom. Reading sea and land, they may have moved to safety before waves struck. In November 2018, one man shattered the fragile peace. John Allen Chow, a 26-year-old American, set out to evangelize the Sentinelese. He paid fishermen to reach the exclusion zone, paddled in with small gifts. He wrote of a boy loosing an arrow that pierced his Bible. Undeterred, he tried again and again. On November 17th, the fishermen later saw islanders dragging his body along the beach. A firestorm followed. Some called him a martyr. Many condemned his actions. He ignored Indian law and risked deadly pathogens. Recovery would mean violence and disease. Authorities called it off. His body remains, a grim monument to the world's most emphatic no. The lesson is written in surf and silence. Why do governments, and why must we, stay away? Not a single reason, but a convergence of ethical, medical, and practical imperatives. It is respect, caution, and the hard-won lessons of history. Non-interference is active protection, the most compassionate choice. The most immediate danger is disease. Their immune systems have never met what we carry every day. Neighbors were decimated after colonial contact. Imported sickness collapsed entire peoples. Beyond biology is the right to self-determination. They have made their choice, and asserted it with arrows. Assuming our world is superior is arrogance. Imposing it would be harm. Practically, forced contact leads to violence, bloodshed on both sides. The cost in lives and culture is a price no responsible authority will pay. How do we learn about a people who refuse to be studied? Carefully, respectfully, from a great distance. Observation without interaction. Satellites and long lenses. We monitor environment, shoreline, and canopy. Hints, not intrusions. Fleeting glimpses inform health, activity, and material culture from afar. Historical records, though biased, offer the closest thing to ethnographic data we possess. Ultimately, our knowledge will remain limited. The mystery is part of their identity. Some knowledge is not ours to take. Preserving the mystery matters more than solving it. North Sentinel is a mirror held up to us, challenging our assumptions about progress and our right to explore. It stands as a living testament to boundaries that must be respected. The greatest gift we can give the Sentinelese is our absence, to let them continue their journey unseen, unheard, untouched on their forbidden shore.